You are live.
All right, guys, what do we got crack-a-lacking today? We are back. Were
I gotta get like a soundboard. So when somebody says something fun, I can make that play.
yeah,
Can we get some, you know what I'm saying?
I agree. I agree.
Explosions.
Today we're going to be live later today, so I wanted for you guys to be able to ask some of those questions that you may not be able to ask your family doctor. So I'm going to bring on again Big Johnny from Titan Medical. Question number one. What do we got going here? So we had a great appearance in Mexico City. First off, for everybody that came out, wow, wow! I was flabbergasted. You ever heard that? Flabbergasted. Um, and so it was just an incredible, incredible event. Great people took care of me, and it was, from what I remember, that was my first police escort everywhere. It was the coolest thing in the world. Man, it's if you haven't been to Mexico City, it's a lot like probably France. You know, a lot of suggestions. Lanes are suggestions. Lights are suggestions, not technically the law. Man, they were.
Hmm.
It was wild. I wanted to be the one driving though. I will say that with the police escort, and I was missing my boy Heath Evans because I think if Heath had a police escort, he would turn it into a competition and make sure that those guys were like really flying. And so that was one of the cool things about the expo. And I'm already confirmed I will be back next year for the expo again. So this is great information. Great, great. And then also, I had discussions with distribution companies in Mexico, which is great. So we can get a lockdown on Mexico and South America. And so it looks like, again, taking my vitamin line worldwide. We're already over there in the Middle East and stuff, but just to be able to go now Mexico and South America. It's those kind of connections. As we're doing this, if you guys would, I would love this. And I will say your name, your Instagram page, whatever you want, but put down your information on a question that you'll have. Now, again, we're going to be going live in over an hour with the CEO of Titan Medical, who is one of the, well, from what I've seen and traveled the nation, the number one HRT company in the United States. And they're incredible. Uh, they really do something that I like is what they said they do. Now that I've been to the offices and I've met the doctors and everything, they do what they say. Um, and so that's a real relief for anybody out there that's looking for somebody that's reputable. I guess that's a proper word, how to say it, reputable. Somebody that's really
Yeah.
doing it
Mm-hmm.
and doing it right.
Doing it right's huge.
So instead of these companies that just pop up from nowhere because they put together an app and all that. And yeah, it's somebody that's really good and really knows the stuff. Because I think with anything, I was doing some reading this weekend on sunblock and on deodorant, and it's heart wrenching when you think that you're just deodorant, and there's deodorants that cause cancer. There's sunblock that causes cancer, and it's like, man, you're trying to protect yourself, and there's these little things. And I'm not, I don't know what you would call that, a hypochondriac or somebody that's everything is bad for you. You can't eat out of Tupperware. You microwaves are bad. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. So for me to say this about sunblocks and go, wow, I got to look a little further into sunblocks and what is the best sunblock to use. That's a big one for me. But that's so minute, don't you see? Don't you think that that is so minute? Just talking about cramps compared to doing something that's changing your hormones and making sure that either it fixes it or it takes you down a darker path. And so I would rather be with somebody that really fixes it and takes care of you. It makes you the very, very best you possibly can. That's my 2 cents. What is yours? What is your questions today? If you could, I think you, hey, I love the baby don't hurt me. I love those. Thank you so much. But use this time right now, if you could, to ask some of those really good questions. And again, we will promote this on your pages. I want to ask him questions that really um, establish a good answer that can not just help you, but help others. And again, these questions don't need to be specifically about you. That could be about your brother, your sister, your dad, your mom, your training partners. So reach out to them. Again, we'll be on in about an hour. Jeffrey, what do you got for us right now? Anything good? This sounds good.
This is a good question, and I can't wait for John to answer this or help. So Malik says, my joints and tendons are hurting very bad after 15 years of bodybuilding.
Okay.
So there's a lot of components to this, and John can definitely help with one side of it. What do you think?
First of all,
Is it bodybuilding?
yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what he wrote. I'm assuming it's not your joints don't hurt from bodybuilding, but your joints hurt because you've aged over the last 15 years. Maybe you started training when you're 20 or 35 or 45 in that range. And so time is getting you there. Just so you guys all understand, a lot of people get to a part or an age to where their body starts to break down and their joints and their backs and their lower backs hurt. I was with a whole bunch of pros this weekend, and a lot of them were talking about how their lower back or their knees or their elbows or their shoulders. So this is things that happen in life. I mean, we all get older, we all get there. So let's ask him about what you can do to help your tendons, your joints and your tendons and the space between that bone, and you try to retain as much space as you can, because that's, as you age, that's what happens. You know, if you go get an MRI when you're 60, everything is squeezing down on each other. And so, how can we keep the most space? And it's something I don't know if you guys know this, but Titan Medical is moving into PRP. So this is incredible, incredible. So not only could you do peptides to help your connective and your joints and stuff, but then PRP on top of it with somebody that's really doing a great job with this. Great question. Again, we'll write that down and ask that question today at 1:00. And please come back if you can to ask that question directly to John.
Love the talk with Jay yesterday.
Oh, did you guys like that? We do have a new video that's out. I sat down. Did you edit a lot of non-necessary stuff from me, or did you keep a lot of it in?
You were very necessary, buddy.
Okay. All right. All right.
You're critical.
Yeah. So there is a new YouTube that is up, and what we could do maybe today is put the link top dog here on my bios, and we'll put the bio on TikTok, on IG, and that top one will be the subscription button to the YouTube, so you can see the talk I had with Jay. I think it's a good one that you guys can have, because I got to really sit him down and just us in the gym and ask him about stress. And so what I mean by stress is if you stress the body, which is exercise, you stimulate it, you stress it, it gets stronger. And I don't mean it just gets stronger physically, but your body gets stronger, like the bones, the connective, your muscles, your mindset, all of it gets stronger. And the reason, here's the great thing, the reason you want to stress it to get stronger is because of the questions that just came, the ligaments, the tendons. That way, when you get older, you still feel good. And that was one big thing that Jay Cutler was talking about, how he feels right now. So if you want to hear how Jay feels right now, go on over to the YouTube, take a look at it, and we'll put the link here for you guys on this live if you got to get over there and see that. All right. So again, I sat down with Jay Cutler this weekend in Mexico City and asked him those kind of questions. He also answered some questions that will be helpful for you guys about his volume. So how many sets, how many reps does he do for a body part? What is his numbers? What are those things? And it's all there over there. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else was in the video because it's really beneficial. It's what Jay Cutler is doing, what he chooses, how he does his warm-ups, and what he analyzes through a warm-up that he decides on, okay, it's time to get to the working sets. I've done my warm-ups, but also just why he does his warm-ups. I know you guys probably think, well, it's to warm up the muscle. Is it though? Again, let's have Jay tell you, and that's over on the YouTube. So ask him what he believes is what the warm-ups are for.
Lightweight, heavyweight, you talked about the best ranges, how much time to spend in the gym, incline versus flat.
I don't know if you heard all that, but Jay talks about how much time to spend in the gym. He talks about, besides time in the gym, he talks about rep range. He talks about how long between sets. And again, I don't want to tell you what Jay Cutler said.
Yeah.
It's over on my YouTube. You can go over there and see what Jay says for himself. And again, it was a nice sit down. It was not expected. We were at an appearance all day long, and then and I know you're gonna freak out. At 9 o'clock at night, they grab us all from the hotel to go train, and I thought it was a meet and greet because if you guys know me, I don't train after 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. It's like it's first thing in the morning. You know, it's between that 5 and 8 range. So we went over there, we worked out, and we sat down and had a discussion. Go for it. Jeffrey's got something?
No, I just might block somebody.
Oh.
Yeah, there's some guy named Kelly in the chat.
Is that not just Kelly? Is that T-Bone?
Prime Rib.
Prime Rib. Prime Rib is the man.
Prime Rib. Hot off of unemployment.
You guys don't know my training partner of over 24 years now. Prime Rib. We got to make an exclusive T-shirt of Prime Rib.
Who wants a Prime Rib shirt?
Prime Rib. We miss his dialogue at the workouts though.
It'll only come in a 4X though. Where is this guy? Whenever I do exercises that target my legs or back, I have terrible pain in my lower back.
One more time. Read it again.
Whenever I do any exercises that targets my legs or my back, I have this terrible pain in my lower back. I was wondering if you had any experience with lower back pain and what you did for it.
I've had experience seeing people with lower back pain and training around it. I've been in the gym since I was 11, 12 years old. And I got to start taking people through workouts by the age of 13, 14. It was a little different back then. It was note taking and stuff, but I've been in gyms. I've seen for 40 years, people come in and train and try to get their lower back stronger because of the back pain. Now, what concerns me here is this. When back pain is there and the back pain goes to the legs, then there's some serious issues here. And my recommendation for you is to go get an x-ray or scan to see what's going on with your vertebrae and make sure there's no impingement of nerves. That's the first thing.
Like from a chiropractor?
A chiropractor or your medical doctor. But honestly, if you've got problems with your back and it shoots into the legs, or there's things like that, or back pain itself, you asking me online instead of going to see what's going on inside of your body, that's not smart, my friend. It's not going to get better. And from the sounds of it, it is definitely not a muscle thing, but more of a vertebrae, nerve damage, possibly in that sense. So get your butts moving and grooving. All right, get in there, take care of it.
Get on it.
How much should I push the gym? As a teen with weighted, don't want to get.
Yeah, I saw that one from there. Don't get injured.
Is there somebody saying that he's 15 years old? Oh, you read this one? Go for it.
Give me it. Moreover, I'm a non-vegetarian and spending 15 years at the gym. I'm now 35 years old. I look so older, like I'm 46 or 47.
What's a non-vegetarian?
Like a normal person?
I don't know what that is.
You're normal?
Yeah, so if your visual age looks worse than your actual age, the goal here would be always you should, and that's when the body's running fine and you're healthy and the blood markers are good and you're eating right. You'll usually always look younger than you are. And if you're looking aged, there's some thyroid problems possibly. There's definitely nutrition issues going on here. I would get your blood markers checked. I would do that ASAP and see what's going on with your body. Kirkland in the house? Go for it.
Just saying, you just found out you're from Kirkland. That's awesome. So is he?
His name's Cash, or it is here?
Crash.
That ain't your name, but I like it. What's up, Crash? What part of Kirkland you from? I'm up above Juanita. Finn Hill, to be exact.
Here it is. How much should I push in the gym as a teen? I don't want to get long-lasting injuries. I already have some from sports.
Well, you're a teenager, so you shouldn't have any injuries.
Yeah.
Because whatever you've had has healed and you've moved on from that. Are you saying you're having, as a teenager, an injury that is consistent and not taken care of? That's my first thing. That's all I read there. Sorry. The statement doesn't make sense for me.
I also feel like you shouldn't go to the gym with the mindset of, hey, this could potentially hurt me.
Yeah.
I feel like you want to go in there and say, hey,
I thought you were going to say,
I'm going to strengthen myself today.
I shouldn't go in with a number in mind. I think a moderate number in mind, mostly if you're on a program. So for this teenager, I would make sure that you're on a program to build your strength and start building that foundation so your bones and everything is stronger, especially being a teenager, because nobody grows like teenagers. Teenagers is gold. That's only reason I'm still being able to do what I did is because of the foundation work I did. Now, that being said, I agree with Jeff. There's an old saying that says, if you think you're going to get injured, you're going to get injured. If you don't think you're going to get injured, you won't get injured. It's a silly kind of old school mentality. If you think it will, it will. So I don't think anybody goes into, I don't know, for anything, a battle of any sort. I'm going to go play football. Man, I hope to gosh, the whole time I'm playing football, please don't get hurt. Please don't get hurt. Or the mindset is, hey, I got to play. Let's go. I would just try to keep that mindset for all of you. Go into the gym. If it's done correctly and you're smart, you're not going to hurt yourself. Okay, just keep that mindset.
Where's your line between pushing it and being smart, or is that a line?
Yeah, I think when you get into the gym, and maybe I'm too far down that road to understand. Okay, I've done enough for today. I don't need to go off or worse. And again, this discussion right now that you and I are having there, kiddo, is a great one on what me and Jay Cutler talked about on the new video that's over on my YouTube right now. And we talk about, hey, Jay does a nice little statement. And so you've got to go see what he says about this. He goes, well, I'm doing these warm-ups and I'm getting ready for this set and then I'm picking my weights and I'm not going to do my final weight because I don't know what it is yet. But go see Jay talk about that and how he chooses his weights as you do the workout. And then I've done this for myself. I'm on power bodybuilding, so I have my numbers. I have my numbers already set, and so there's a great understanding of, regardless of how I feel, I know I can get my numbers. And today was a great example of this. I did 2 days in Mexico, an appearance all day, standing on my feet, and standing on my feet all day long does a taxing toll on my body. We've moved on from our old chiropractor, and we're looking for a new chiropractor that would be here on a Monday to get us back into position, but we haven't had that yet. So, I went into this workout today pretty tight, pretty fatigued, non-recovered, and emotionally not there. But I still got my numbers. I went through it smart, and I love the after effect of getting through that workout and feeling healthy. Will you check to see if Bryce is here? Let me keep going here for a second longer, guys. Give me, somebody just put up one. Let me see if I can get this. Pin comment. Please give me a way to overcome the side effects of exercise, hormones, and body. Yeah, I'm not understanding the question. I'll see if Jeff can understand that question. Is he here? He's here? Okay. Okay, guys. I gotta see if you can figure this one out. See, I pinned it right there at the bottom. I would like to answer this for you guys. Teenagers.
Please give a way to overcome the side effects of excessive hormones and body heat.
Oh, that's a female? Is it a female?
I don't know. We don't know.
Okay, so yeah, I can talk to him. Yeah, great one. So it sounds like menopause, but it's probably not. It could be a thyroid issue going on right now. I don't know who asked this question, but it's basically saying there's hormone issues and they're overheating, they're hot. And so if there's something going on with your thyroid, that could be an issue on why you're burning up. If you're a female and it's a certain age, then it's again. But I would say for you, you kind of know already that something's going on hormonal wise. So I would check your blood markers and talk to an expert about that. And believe it or not, this is ironic that you asked this question, but today at 1:00, I'm going to be on here with an expert. And so this is a great question. And I think you should come back at 1:00 and ask John, who is the CEO of Titan Medical, that question and see what his answer is. I think when it comes to hormones, he is much better choice to talk to than me.
Thanks for the donation.
All right. All right, you crazies. Much love. I will see you in 45 to an hour. I'm going to finish you guys off with Jeff right here, see if there's a couple more questions. Jeffrey, you got this? He's got shit to do. Okay, then that's it. I will see you guys back here in a little bit, okay?